Hey guys, in today's video I'll be teaching you how to make black treacle. Guys, you might be wondering what is black treacle. Just look at this one. Look at how big this is. So yummy. It tastes so sweet. So guys, black treacle is any uncrystallized syrup made during the refining of sugar. We have two common types of treacle. We have the one we call the golden syrup, and then we have the one we call, that golden syrup is a bit pale, it's a pale variety type of, that is like slight color of honey. And then we have the one we call black treacle, and that is this one, which I will be doing. This is the most acceptable one, or most welcomed one, and that is the one I will be doing today, guys. So the golden syrup or the black treacle is just a common sweetener and the condiments. Buying them are so pricey. They are very expensive. So since it's a super recipe that is very easy to make at home, so you can just make yours and then use them in all your baking requirements, all your baking needs. Add it to your yogurt, add it to your milk, in fact, whatever, to your herbal tea. It's a foolproof because very easy to make and requires simple few ingredients and very yummy. So without wasting much of your time, guys, let me just show you few things you use in making this black treacle. This is the one I made previously, as you can see. Very yummy, guys. Very sweet. Very sweet. So I will be using, so let's set this one aside here. I have lime. We're adding lemon. I have cup of hot water. I have a granulated sugar, that is powder sugar. I will be using, this is 1 kilo and almost quarter here. Guys, here I am making an eyeball recipe here. So like this one I make now is just an eyeball. I didn't measure it, but for the sake of this video, in case if you just want to measure it, so you'll be needing 200 grams of sugar, white sugar, powdered one, that is to say 1 cup. You will be using quarter cup of water, normal cold water. Then you'll be using 1 cup of boiled water like this one, very boiled. I didn't measure this one, as I said. I'm just reading out in case if you want to measure your ingredients. So let me just start afresh. You will need 200 grams of white sugar, that is 1 cup, quarter cup of water, cold water, then 1 cup of hot water, and the half slice of lime or lemon. But in this case, because I am not measuring it, so I just measure it out, and that is how I normally do it. So, but for the sake of some of us that might be like, okay, how do I start with it? So that is just, I've just given you the measurement. You might be just a sort of guide. So now let us move. Let us see what I'm doing here. The first thing you need to do is to sterilize your jars. Make sure your jars are well sterilized. As you can see, these ones had already been sterilized. So I will bring out the jars. Oh, they are very hot. So I will bring them out. You just need to sterilize them very properly. Okay, guys, so the pot is ready now. I have removed the jars. So the next thing is to add sugar, dry sugar. As I said earlier, I am not measuring anything here. I am not doing eyeball, but I've given you the recipes, the measurements you might be using as your guide. Otherwise, you can also do eyeball the way I'm doing it here. So I'll be adding this sugar because I'll be doing a lot of it. So my husband loved this so much. In fact, my family love it. It's so watch out what I'm doing now, guys. You don't have to turn this sugar. You don't have to stir it. You just leave it to melt. Leave it to melt. That is what we are doing here now. You watch it and it will melt. So when it starts melting, then you just stir your pot, or you just leave it like that to melt. And then other things will follow. So you just pour it there and then you leave it. And then so For some of us that might wondering what are the benefits of this trickle, you know. So hope you can see it started melting. I didn't turn it. You can see I didn't stir it with anything. You can just leave it this way, or you just swirl it. Just swirl it. Don't turn it. If you turn it, it will crystallize. So just leave it this way. Okay. Can just give it a little stir, a little swirl this way. So leave it this way until it gets caramelized. That is what you are seeing here. So you continue cooking it until, you know, continue to cook until the sugar get deep color, almost dark. You can see. Then now you will lower your heat. You lower your heat, you can see. Continue cooking until the sugar is, you see, deep dark. You can see. Almost black. Almost black. Yeah. You can see I didn't turn it. I didn't stir it with anything like spoon or whatever. No, don't just do that. So then after the sugar must have melted, you can see, and almost black, you see it, then you slowly add your boiling water. Guys, don't forget, I say this is an high boil recipe, so slowly be careful because it splashes. Yeah, so this is adding of the hot water, slow by slow. Slowly add your water. It splashes, so in case you are using flat pan, be careful. Then now you can stir it. So that is it. Now you stir it slowly, and then the next thing now you bring it back to boiling. You allow the sugar to boil, and at this point you add the rest of your sugar. You add the rest of your sugar. You add the rest of sugar. So now I will add the 1 kilo of sugar. Sorry, I wanted to say salt. So I will be adding all. You can see I have a lot of water here. Yes. So I am adding sugar. So sugar. Set it properly so that it won't burn. Wow. Yeah. And then you leave it to start boiling or start cooking, whichever one. Okay guys, now so I will be adding the lemon. So the essence of adding the lemon is for 3 reasons. The first reason is to stop the syrup from blocking. That is to get it to becoming crystallized. That is to say, not to reharden after cooking. And then the second reason is to stop the syrup from boiling. That is after it must have cooked. And then finally is to balance the pH of the syrup So right now I'll be cutting the lemon and adding them. You can equally drop the lemon inside if you want, but I don't really love dropping it, because when you drop it, it means you have to eat your lime, your lemon. Otherwise, it's like you are wasting your lemon. So I just prefer squeezing it here directly like this. I will be using for, as you can see, so that at the end of the cooking, by the time I will put the syrup in a jar, it won't get, you know, it won't get hardened. That's just the essence of putting lemon or lime, whichever one. Okay guys, now you see it's boiling, so you will lower your heat and cook for about 40 to 45 minutes from this point now. So I will lower my heat, which I've done. Just continue turning it. Yeah, you see. So you can see immediately I lower the heat, the bubbling reduced so that it won't overflow. Beside this, at this point, we don't really need that, you know, harsh heat. Okay guys, so this is our syrup. Right now I will just remove the froth, scoop away the froth, and that's it. Scoop them out and then give it a good stir. So right now we shall make a, you know, little test, a batch test, sort of, to know if our syrup is ready. All you just do is put a drop, what I did, and let's see if it will run for a second. Let's just keep it. If it's run, then you wait, because it's still hot. And if it doesn't run, it means it's okay, because by the time it will get cold, it will become very, very viscous. So wow, let's wait again. Okay, look at it. This means that it's okay. This viscous is okay, because by the time it get into the jar, it will be very, very thick, and I wouldn't like that. So when you have your syrup in your plate, you know, like this, after cooking for between 40 to 45 minutes, depending on the size you are preparing or the batch, and at the end of the day, when you continue boiling and it find out that, you know, it's boiling down drastically, then you just make a batch test like this. You see, it's not running, it's sticky. So this is the desired level of viscous that will be needed then before you put it into the jar. So you see. So now it's time to bottle it. So now all right guys, so here we are. We have finished with the with the bottling of the syrup. So this is the test batch we did. You can see it's no longer running. That is to say it's done. Look at it. So it's no longer running. If you have it like this, then it's already okay. And then let us see the ones in the jar. So look at it. Wow, guys, this is amazing. Don't forget that by the time it starts, more it stays, there's possibility of it becoming very, very strong. Even eventually, it might not come out of the jar again. So you don't be afraid. Just add water, warm water, and recook. So this one is the second jar. Wow, guys, I love this. Ooh la la. That's it. Yeah. And this is the second. Look at how beautiful it comes out. Wow, guys, this tastes so yummy. And let me make little explanation here. Don't forget that this is the sugar that we used. We used granulated sugar, that is powdered sugar. But normally, this is the one I normally use. I use this one because for the sake of this video. So if you have this one, don't be afraid. You can use this one. So how I normally do is I will just soak it with water. And in fact, I don't normally measure it. I will just take as much quantity as I want, soak it in the water, and then use both the first batch and the second batch. Like when you are adding the sugar the second time, as I did in this video, all you just do is take as much cubes as you want and then soak them in water and add into your pan. So that is how normally I use cube sugar. So don't be bothered if you don't have powdered sugar. Soak this one with water and you will get very beautiful result. That is how I did this one. That is how I do. Look at this. It comes out amazingly. So this is the first one I did. So you can see it. It's also nice. And I use this quarter of lemon in preparing this small one here. So don't use 4 big limes the way I did in these 2 big jars. Use small lime for small batch. You can drop it inside while cooking, but I decided to squeeze it, as you see when I did these big ones, because I wouldn't want, the lemon to take, to be stained of my syrup. So that it is, guys. And here this is 1 kilo of sugar to about 200 grams of 1 kilo 200 grams of sugar gave us this big batch, as you can see here. Wow, look at it, guys. All right, so that is it for this video. Thank you for watching this video. Bye bye.